Executive Experience Masterclass, Andy.
Yes.
How are we going to be doing that? Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing it? So we're doing it to talk about the disconnect between the employee experience, the customer experience, and the digital experience. It's that triangle.
It's the triangle. I think when we talk about it to people around, whether they're leaders or whether they're managers, and the understanding there's a disconnect between.
Yep.
But the masterclass is really about getting deeper and getting things done.
Absolutely.
I think that's, when we inspire people to elevate, that's so cool.
Yep.
But actually, when we get down to business and get on and do things, that's where magic happens. And that's where we want to do that full day masterclass, which is really immersive, isn't it?
It is completely. So there's, if you come on the masterclass, there's homework to do. There's a diagnostic.
Right.
We expect you to come and spend some time thinking about your organization and where you are along those three metrics. Right?
Yes.
What is your employee experience? What are you using to capture that employee experience, document it, the reporting on it? What are you using to think about where you are in your digital journey? How do you know how your customers are feeling and interacting with your organization through mystery shopping programs or whatever it may be? So we ask you to bring that along to the day, and it's a very intensive day where we then unpack all of that.
Yes.
Right.
So there's the before, the diagnostic, the during, the full day, and then after, where we're here with you, and then we help you continue the journey on elevating that experience. So what the day is going to be like. So there's three parts that we talk about the most, and then what we can see. So the first is when from the customers to the digital. How does that happen? What does happen? The fragmentation. I mean, I can't even speak.
The fragmentation, yeah. So how are your customers interacting with your digital
How
systems?
are they feeling?
How are they feeling? Is it, what digital systems do you have for your customers? Is it mobile apps? Is it a shop? Is it a portal? Is it whatever it may be? So we'll go through that and really understand what your customer touch points are with the organization.
Yeah. That's the interaction between the customers and the digital.
Yep.
And then the next step is the digital and the employees, right? Because
Absolutely.
Again, if that doesn't work,
it's one of the main reasons that employees leave organizations.
Right.
Well, one of many main reasons. But yeah, if the tech is frustrating to work with, there are many organizations who've got better tech. Have you got legacy systems? Have you got staff working on spreadsheets that are complex and they just aren't enjoying life? Do those systems talk to each other to make their workflow as easy as possible? But are you talking to your employees? What data do you have from them? And have you asked them the honest question? And do they feel capable of answering that question?
yes,
Right?
absolutely.
Sometimes there's a lot of fear
piece.
in organizations. So we'll really drill into the detail of what that looks like. And we'll ask you some hard questions on the day to really drill into why are the employees doing things the way that they are doing. And back to the kind of the process of how we do things, we'll look at the vision of how you want things to be done in your organization in the future. What is your wish? What would you really like your organization to be great at? And we'll then look at how we get you from where you are today to where you want to be.
So if we jump back now from obviously if the employees are frustrated and disengaged, what's going to happen? They're definitely not going to be serving your customers properly. The experience of your customers, they're going to feel that your customers, they know when an employee isn't happy and isn't looked after and doesn't feel valued and is really frustrated. So this is where the main outcome is of your customers. Whatever organization you have, you don't have a business for anything else than looking after your customers and serving your customers, right? Yep. So the destructive triangle that we talk about, this is like the core of everything else. So we really want you to understand those connections, the interactions between the triangle, and how do we get there. So how we help you is that first step, is that first envisioning. And that's, for me, I always talk about the yin and yang. Whatever we do, we need to bring that yin and yang. So the envisioning, it's all about the feeling, the really kind of looking at it, bringing emotions, and how do we want to feel, how do we want our customers and our employees to feel in our organizations when they interact with us.
What does exceptional customer experience look like? What does exceptional digital experience and exceptional employee experience? Let's document that. and come up with that as a vision, and
Mm.
then have a unified statement that everyone can buy
Mm.
into. This is who we are. This is where we're going.
Mm. And so then the second step that we bring together to enable you to get on that journey during the masterclass is enabling,
Yeah.
right? So that's the action, the clarity, the strategies, all the tools that we give you
Yep.
during the masterclass.
Yep.
And then it's the execution part of it.
Absolutely.
The execution is
well, it's, yeah,
get shit done.
It's the get shit done thing. So yeah, we turn that into a credible roadmap. We have a working plan. We look at your organisation, who's going to be involved from the inside, what are their responsibilities and accountabilities. We make sure that they understand that vision and are bought into it on the same terms of everyone else. You know, I've talked, if you've seen previous videos of ours, I've talked about the disconnect between the people that are responsible for the employees, the people that are responsible for the customers, and the people that are responsible for the digital. IT director, HR department, and client service directors, for example, they don't talk to each other. They're not unified on their path. They've got separate budgets, separate directions, separate strategies, and they don't see the benefit of pulling in the same direction. Or they see frustration and friction in those touch points and processes. So it's a big part of responsibilities, accountabilities, and project planning is bringing all of that together to make sure they're all pointing in the right direction. There's one plan with one set of achievables, one budget, and everyone's on the train. And then we get shit done and we implement. If we need to supplement within your organization, you've got certain skills, you've got great people, let's involve them, but we might need to bring people in from the outside, right? So we'll engage with our partner network, we'll work with your existing suppliers, procurement teams, all of those kind of things. We can pull all of that together.
So what we do during the masterclass is actually the 6 steps. So there's 6 steps to the what we're going to be giving you. So the first one we talked about it is the vision, and it's really having a clear vision of your organization, and the vision needs to be aligned, like you just said, from every point of view. It's the alignment of everything, and how will you feel after we've worked out with that first step is actually inspired and aligned and feeling that I can see the future, right? Yeah,
it should be inspiring.
It should be inspired, right? When we finish with that. Then the step 2 is all about the discovery. So the discovery, what would be the outcome?
The outcome of the discovery is really understanding our starting point. Where are we today? That's looking at the tangible, real world things like systems and architecture and all of those kind of things. It's looking at your NPS surveys. It's looking at all the friction in your organization. Because if we're back to the kind of the old way of running a singular project in an organization, you're getting something done within a part of your organization. It's compartmentalized and it doesn't transform the whole. We're here to transform the whole and make sure that the projects that you're running, and it might be one, it might be many, but make sure they're all going to align with the vision that you've got.
So that everybody understands and you have the tools to do that. So as a leader, as a manager, as a team attending the conference, you're going to feel enlightened and informed, and actually you're going to feel like, now I understand where the real problem is. That's really where that step 2 is about. And step 3 is the strategy. So then we're going into the nitty-gritty of designing the integrated strategy. We bring that holistic DX, EX, CX together. We give you tools, we give you strategies, and really, as a leader attending the conference, the masterclass, how they're going to feel?
Empowered. Empowered is the main one for me, but prepared, optimistic about where we're going.
Right.
All the great words, right?
And now we've got a plan. Now we have a plan. It feels good when you have a plan, right? You've got to, yes, we know where we're going. And then so the next step is the roadmap and the step 4, roadmap. So what are they going to do? What are those leaders attending the masterclass are going to be doing when we're looking at the masterclass, the roadmap?
So one thing we give people is by the end of the masterclass, you will take away a very specific, tailored 30, 60 or 90-day plan.
Yes, I think we'll go for the 90 days.
It's ordinarily longer. It's ordinarily longer, but it depends what kind of challenge you bring to the masterclass. Sometimes it can be a shorter thing, but let's think 90 days. Within that 90 days, you will have an achievable list of actions, which will be to go back into your organization and deliver a set of results. You will have the tools given to you by us, and there can be interactions there after the masterclass where we can get involved and we can help you along the way. But essentially, you'll have everything you need to go
Exactly.
and work in your organization to make the change.
And feel that you know how you're going to get there.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
that's that kind of motivated, you're really empowered, you've got accountability for it,
Yep.
you've got the plan, this is the roadmap time. And then of course we get to step 5, that's the delivery side of it. That's the executions, that's really kind of looking at the priorities and the accountability, who is doing what and why and how.
Yep.
And that's to make sure that people are keeping engaged, they're going to be productive, and they're ready for what is going to happen.
It's the kind of accountability piece, right? It's where the flywheel is starting to turn now, and you are actually delivering those tangible results. So who's responsible? Are they being encouraged in the right way? Are they staying on track as opposed to veering off? How are we keeping things kind of smart and realistic and measured? It's all the real traditional project management kind of fits in this gap.
Nice. And of course, the last point is, of course, the shine moment.
Yep.
When we kind of give you some, and you are going to establish, actually you're going to establish your own measurement, because you can't manage what you don't measure. That's something I truly believe.
Yep.
You need to be able to have some KPIs to see how the needle is moved, and very feeling accomplished.
Yep. Absolutely.
After we've done that step, you'll be feeling fulfilled.
Yeah. Successful.
Right.
You've delivered a massive change in your organization.
And you're going to be able to put that together to your organization.
Yeah. If you think start to end, you've started this journey with friction in your organization. That friction is costing you one way or the other, either through customer retention or through employee turnover or through, essentially slow, clunky processes just taking time to get things done. By the end of this journey, you'll have removed those friction points and create flow in your organization, which is what Shine is all about. It's about getting flow working in your organization. So your costs are going to be reduced. Your employee, how are the employees going to feel? How are the customers going to feel?
Yeah,
right?
But there's a real plan. So ending the masterclass on that day, you will end up with having a tool, a map, a 90 days challenge, and you'll be able to get back into your organization and put things in place, knowing exactly what and how you're going to be shine, because shine is the outcome, right? It's being able to deliver amazing service, is be able to connect on a human level, on an emotional level, whether it's your employees or your customers. It's about integrating.
Absolutely. Integration of systems, integration between each other, integration between departments, all of that.
And navigating, knowing the navigations, having those tools that you're going to have in your hands to navigate.
Well, the tools to navigate the process of getting the change done, but then the tools to navigate around your organization going forward. So you've realized your vision, right? And you can now navigate in that new world. What a great place to be. Right?
Because when we do that,
we expand.
Absolutely. That's the abundance part. That's the part where things are taking over. People feel really happy to come. I mean, your employees going to be skipping to work because everything's working, everything's interconnecting, interacting with each other. So that's what the masterclass is all about. A full day to really look at the issues, the problems that you have, and give you some real tools for you to be able to take back in your organization and implement there and then.
Absolutely. And just before we finish, who's it for?
Who's it for? Okay, tell me, who is it for?
So basically C-suite leaders, senior leaders, management teams, people that are responsible for teams of people or change in their organization. So ordinarily people that are holders of budgets are responsible for getting stuff done and getting stuff changed. And they might be feeling disconnected, frustrated.
Themselves. That's the problem.
That's the point.
That's the problem.
They might have employee turnover issues. They might have customer retention problems. They might have disconnected system issues, spreadsheets of hell everywhere, all of those kind of things. So we really want people in the room who are responsible for and accountable for that change in their organization and want a better way of doing things, as opposed to just whacking nails with hammers. You can connect all of these things and remove the friction in your whole organization. That's really transformative and powerful.
Excellent, excellent. So, Johannesburg
I
Masterclass.
look forward to going back to Johannesburg.
Yeah, we went Johannesburg last January. Absolutely fell in love with Johannesburg, and this masterclass will be on Thursday, the 27th of August. So Thursday, the 27th of August, we will be in Johannesburg, and again,
at a secret location,
very secret location,
a very experiential location,
very experiential.
So we will be taking you out of your day-to-day. We
Yes.
won't be putting you in a hotel conference room. We need to design an environment for you for the day that gets you thinking differently.
Yes.
So that won't be the usual conference room that you're in. Part of the day is getting you to think in an environment that is conducive to doing things differently.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we create change in any organization or in any mindset. So it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. So Johannesburg, who are we? Who are the attendees? Who are we?
So
who do we want you to come and join? Who's coming with us on that journey?
Absolutely. So C-suite leaders, senior leadership teams, managers, anyone that's responsible for groups of people or budgets and change management in an organization. People that have got friction, that just want to do things differently and find a new way of unlocking the friction in your organization and creating some flow and really doing things differently. We want, ideally, you can come as a corporate, you could take a table with us of 5 to 10 people, you can come as an individual, but the important thing is you bring the context of your own organization with you. So you'll have that pre-work to do, and we'll be really drilling into your specific problems on the day. This is not classroom activity.
No, absolutely.
Welcome to new heights and shine.